Thank you so much for joining us today to get a foundational understanding of how to manage the lifecycle of apps with Jamf. My name is Sean. I'm part of the Jamf team, and I will be walking us through today's presentation. We also have my colleague, Mark Buffington, who will be here to answer questions. Thank you for joining us today, Mark. Before we dig in today's content, here's a quick look at our agenda. We will provide a quick overview of Jamf for those of you who are new and haven't yet worked with us, and then we'll dive into today's topic, an introduction of App Lifecycle Management, followed by an in-depth overview of each stage. We will look into some of the unique workflows Jamf is doing within each stage. Finally, throughout the presentation, we will cover best practices so you can get started with managing apps in your environment today. So, let's take a look at Jamf. Who are we? And what do we stand for? Jamf's mission is simple: help organizations succeed with Apple. And we do this for a lot of organizations. In fact, Jamf helps more than 60,000 organizations manage over 26 million Apple devices and counting. When the enterprise needs the world leader in Apple management, they turn to Jamf. The world's biggest companies, banks, tech companies, and most valuable brands choose Jamf for Apple management. One reason? We have a history of providing same-day support for new operating systems and services. This means and ensures end users can take advantage of new Apple capabilities the day they are available. Here, you can see our track record. Anytime Apple has a new operating system release, we're not only ready same day, but our customers can pre-test the new operating system in their environment as well, since we can offer betas. Because we have same-day operating system support, your IT team can deploy or end users can upgrade to the newest operating system without penalty. Or, if your organization is not ready, that's okay, because with Jamf, IT has the ability to postpone the upgrades until the time is right after further testing. Regardless of when your team is ready to upgrade, we will be right there with you. Jamf's Apple Enterprise Management Solutions are here to help organizations connect, manage, and protect Apple devices. In today's webinar, we'll be diving into many of the challenges the enterprise faces when it comes to securely managing apps. We'll discuss solutions to those challenges with a focus on Jamf Pro in Mac OS and Mac apps. Let's start by learning a little bit more of what App Lifecycle Management means. So, what is App Lifecycle Management? Think about your day-to-day life at the computer. How many apps do you use? 15? 20? More? Apps are the fabric of the user experience, and proper management of apps is needed to support users to be productive. App Lifecycle Management, or ALM for short, streamlines the ability for IT to provide apps to users and easily keep them up to date and secure, all while delivering the experience users expect. By viewing your app strategy through the lens of the entire lifecycle and how it influences your organization, you can provide users with the best experience while building the application infrastructure needed to help your organization succeed. Incomplete lifecycle management risks negatively impacting an organization in a multitude of ways, from issues at the individual app level to problems compounded across the entire organization. And every organization, large or small, should have some kind of app strategy. These app strategies are unique to the needs and workflows of the individual organization and aim to improve three major areas: compliance, security, and end user productivity. When we think of app lifecycle management, we're really thinking of 5 stages: where we source apps, how we host apps, how we update and deploy apps, the end user experience with apps, and how we report on apps. Let's now take some time and go more in depth into each one of these stages of the lifecycle and learn about the options admins have for managing apps. First up is sourcing apps. Now, when we talk about sourcing apps, we're talking about where you get apps from. Historically, this is from the Mac App Store or third-party or non-App Store apps. Managing apps from the Apple App Store is easy and convenient with apps and books, and it is paired seamlessly with Apple Business Manager or Apple School Manager. However, many apps organizations use do not come from the Mac App Store. These apps are sourced directly from the vendor. Think Google Chrome, Firefox, or Zoom, or with manually created packages. There's another option available, called the Jamf App Catalog, that we will talk about more later in this presentation. And not all vendors make their installers the same or use PKG files. Some vendors will place an application file within a disk image, which then requires additional work for an IT administrator to process it and convert it to a PKG file. While these apps are vital for business, managing third-party apps can be time-consuming. Whether your app strategy contains applications from just the Mac App Store or a mixture from multiple app sources, it is important to know where your apps come from, as that influences other stages of the app lifecycle. The next stage in the lifecycle is hosting apps. Now, when we talk about app hosting, we are talking about knowing and managing where an app is stored. Applications that are sourced from the App Store are hosted by Apple, and devices can be instructed to install the latest available version via native Apple MDM commands. This isn't often something that most admins are concerned about, as App Store apps are often considered low maintenance. A common and critical component to most modern setups, cloud hosting offers access to app packages almost anywhere, remote or on premises. This is something like Amazon S3. In today's modern work environment, where employees are remote or off premises, this is the preferred option, allowing IT to deploy apps to users wherever they are. The Jamf Cloud Distribution Service offers Jamf customers and admins easy cloud-based app hosting that is included with Jamf for all of their app package needs. Since this is Jamf through and through, it's simple to package and deploy apps to scope devices wherever they are. This works just like other cloud distribution, but is Jamf's version. Finally, there are on-premise distribution points. This is usually used by organizations who have strict requirements, like governmental organizations, that disallow the use of external cloud-hosted services. However, with this method, users may not be able to access apps without a VPN. Where you host apps is an important consideration, especially when thinking about having an agile ALM strategy. Our next two sections of the lifecycle, updating and deploying apps, are the most vital aspect of the application lifecycle management. These two stages are closely associated with one another, so we will talk about them together. We will go through the basics of these stages, but we will also go deeper into how Jamf handles these stages with our unique workflows, which we will highlight now. So, let's take a moment and go over some terms you will hear that are directly related to Jamf and what Jamf offers. The Jamf App Catalog is a collection of information and services. It has all the apps supported by Jamf Pro, including Mac App Store apps. It also includes a list of over 1,000 third-party macOS software titles supported in Jamf Pro. Title Editor is one part of the Jamf App Catalog. Title Editor is a Jamf-hosted service that extends patch management by providing custom software titles, overriding existing patch definitions, and the ability to create custom patch definitions. Now to App Installers, another part of the Jamf App Catalog. App Installers is a curated collection of Jamf-managed and Jamf-provided installer packages that streamline deployment. App Installers in Jamf Pro offers a simple way to deploy third-party Mac apps and automatically keep them up to date, eliminating the need to monitor for updates, repackage apps, or manage hosted files. In addition, App Installers will validate the integrity of each new version before it is deployed to machines designated by the IT admin. App Installers is available with Jamf Pro 10.37. Finally, the patch definition feed. This feed contains information regarding the version history, installation components, dependencies, capabilities, and more about a particular software title. As I mentioned earlier in the presentation, these options are for Mac apps only. Now that we have this foundation, let's go back and talk about updating and deploying apps. When we think about updating and deploying apps, we also want to think about the intended use case of the application, the end user in need of the software, and the desired level of involvement IT wants their users to have in the process. Apps deployed via volume purchasing in Apple Business Manager or Apple School Manager can be automatically updated when Jamf Pro becomes aware of newer versions available in the App Store. These apps are updated depending on update and install commands set by the admin, which includes an organization's preferred update cadence. But what about updating and deploying apps outside of the App Store? Packages and policies is the first option for updating and deploying apps. Policies have the benefit of allowing various customizations for event triggers, device targeting, and user experience. You specify the tasks you want to automate, how often it should run, called execution frequency, when the policy should run, known as trigger, and the users and computers for which it should run to, scope. All these attributes can be set on a per policy basis. Policies let you get granular with how you want to update specific apps depending on your environment. Packages allow IT to package up an app, scope it to a device or profile, and deploy it through a policy. With patch policies, admins can select which applications they wish to target from either the Jamf App Catalog or from external patch definition feeds. Admins can specify whether to display notifications about the update, send users reminders an update is available, or the amount of time to wait after the update is available before an update is automatically performed. Patch policies, with regards to deploying apps, lets admins select which applications they wish to target from either the Jamf App Catalog or from external patch definition feeds. Patch management, the process of updating software, is necessary, but it can be a time-consuming and manual task for IT admins, which is why automatic updates, known in Jamf as app installers, is so beneficial. As I mentioned earlier, App Installers is released in Jamf Pro 10.37. App Installers offer streamlined automatic update workflow, meaning updating apps has a low maintenance point. Jamf monitors and sources new versions of apps directly from the vendor, Google Chrome or the Adobe Suite, for example. Once a new version is available, Jamf downloads the new version, repackages if needed, and uploads it to the distribution point. Once uploaded, Jamf Pro links the package to the patch definition. This is all done without any interaction of the admin. It's hands-off for IT admins and unnoticed by users. One important item of note: before these apps can be deployed, they need to be packaged. This is where Jamf verifies the integrity of each app before making it available for deployment. Let's talk more about app installers for just a moment. App installers' job is simple: turn the manual into the automatic. As we all know, an IT admin's job is busy. The time it takes to source, test, prepare, and then deploy third-party Mac apps to computers takes time away from other important duties they have. On top of that, maintaining software, particularly from a security perspective, is another burden admins face. Add that to the sheer number of apps used in the enterprise, compounded by the number of users or devices each organization manages, makes updating and deploying software a steep hill to climb. But with app installers, by automatically updating apps will lessen the climb, providing an enterprise-secure, time-saving way to update and deploy software. An important item to call out here is your strategy. Admins can take advantage of any of the workflows we just went over. What does this mean? That you do not need to only use patch policies or only use app installers. As an admin, you can use a combination of the options available to update and deploy apps for whatever apps you choose and for whatever is best for the needs of your organization. So, if organization has an ecosystem where they need to utilize both patch policies and auto app updates, they can do that. And if organization B has an ecosystem where they need to utilize auto app updates and packages and policies, they can also do that. Organizations C and D can also have their own unique ways to manage the updating and deploying of apps too. The workflows are in place to help your organization manage apps in a way that works best for you. Now that we have an understanding of the options available to updating and deploying apps, let's move on to the user experience. After all, our users are the ones who are interacting with apps each and every day. So, the user experience. When we talk about the user experience, we are thinking about the user involvement. How much you want your users involved is dependent on your strategy, and you may even use a little of all four of the strategies below. The first method is silent installation. This method happens at enrollment and comes outfitted with a device. Users power on their Mac and have everything they need, including apps, based on how an admin provisions a user's machine, which is often based on cloud identity. Once the initial enrollment happens, you will need to decide how to manage updates on an ongoing basis. Next up is notifications. Admins may choose to give users a nudge or guide them to install updates in a timely manner. Admins can call out that an update is available via notifications, badges, and reminders, whatever works best for your organization. If that doesn't prompt the user to install the update, patch policies can be set to enforce an update after a set period of time. Reminders are a great way to have a mix between user and IT-driven app updates. Following notifications is self-service. Admins can choose to give users the autonomy to update and use applications that keep them productive. You can still track which apps are installed within your fleet of devices and shift the strategy for a particular app if more management of updates needs to occur. Self-service in Jamf is a customized and branded catalog which offers access to the Apple App Store, in-house apps, and third-party software updates. Last but not least is install with no deferral option. This method is important when you have an app with important security updates and you want to ensure the update happens immediately to mitigate security risks. This can be considered intrusive to the user, so proper communication is key when this method comes up. Let's now move on to the last stage of App Lifecycle Management, which is reporting on apps. Being able to gather data and report on aspects like app versions or app usage across an entire device fleet offers admins the power to tie applications to real business goals, KPIs, and those moments that require IT interaction. We will talk about 4 options for app reporting. The Jamf Pro dashboard is built into Jamf Pro, enabling IT admins to monitor the status of licensed applications. Jamf Pro dashboards allow you to add a list of items including policies, patch reports, licensed software, and more. Next up is patch reporting. Devices submitting inventory reports on specific apps with regular frequency offer the IT to see which devices are carrying which version of specific apps. This is a key item to track when it comes to talking about action and monitoring for potential flaws in security. To make it more actionable, these patch reports can be exported to CSV or TXT formats to share with your colleagues. Advanced search gives the ability to display the fields an admin wants to see about an app while allowing them to configure criteria displaying the devices or users that meet that criteria. Want to see all Macs in a certain area running a certain version of Google Chrome? You can do that. It's common to use advanced search reporting to combine patch reporting with other specific related criteria to pull customized reports. Finally, using marketplace integrations allow you to bring your data to life. Some examples of marketplace integrations are organizations like Splunk or Tableau. It's important to expect and plan for additional cost and time to onboard and integrate these tools, but it offers the ability to display your management success in a viewer-friendly way that combats row after row of data sheets. All right, so we just went over a lot of information on App Lifecycle Management. It's important to remember that no single App Lifecycle Management plan fits for all organizations, but that all organizations should work towards having a complete ALM strategy, visualized here in this infographic. Whether your needs demand apps from every source or routine patch management, or a few well-curated apps deployed in self-service, knowing where your apps come from, where they are hosted, how they are deployed and updated, how you will pull reports is key to ensuring a healthy app environment. Having a well-thought-out, comprehensive strategy to manage apps saves time, money, and headaches, while simultaneously delivering a better user experience. Before we get to questions, let's take a moment to go over and talk about another resource you can enjoy with Jamf and learn about App Lifecycle Management from your peers. This resource is called Jamf Nation. We are nothing without our customers, and that is proven with the Jamf Nation community. This online forum is home to over 100,000 Apple IT-focused individuals that learn from each other, discuss best practices, and have access to a wealth of resources and third-party tools. You can create a free account today to join in on the discussion. Again, I want to thank all of you for joining us today. I hope you learned something new. If you're ready to get started with Jamf, feel free to scan this QR code with your phone, or you can simply email us for more information to schedule a demo. Or, if you have any questions, by reaching out to info@jamf.com.